Hello everyone and welcome to the final game in a best of 3, or potentially the final game in a best of 3, of the gold and below 5 finals. We have spawning on the left side of Metropolis, Artanis, the blue Protoss, and his opponent is Meatspin, the purple Zerg. I'm here today with Boisterous, who casted the first 2 games. Unfortunately, I missed them, so he can give you a very lovely recap of what happened.
So Artanis won game 1 in a PvT, and then Meatspin won game 2 in a ZVP, and we have seen that. Oh my God, Meatspin's 6-4.
Yeah, he is, because Meatspin's a baller.
Dude, this is so weird because Artanis did a weird cheese last game too. He did like a 3-gate proxy.
Yeah, but listen, Boisterous.
Okay.
I think Meatspin is making a very, very foolish decision here.
Okay.
Because he knows his opponent Artanis likes to go 3-gate Cybercore. Allowing him
so
to
many
get,
zealots.
Yeah, allowing him to get zealots out. Before Zerglings, in fact. I'm kidding.
He's actually going for a Forge Fast Expand, though.
Yeah, he is. This isn't going to be very good for him.
I don't know.
Well, yeah, he's going to scout him first, actually.
Yeah, Meatspin might run to the wrong. Actually, no, he's not. The Overlord's gonna get him the right enough information for him to go just run to the right base. And he has 6 Zerglings currently on the way. Artanis should be able to finish up this wall off.
Artanis is literally just gonna block it with a gateway.
Yeah, and that's really all he needs to do.
Yep.
Actually, I'm not sure. Artanis. Nope. See what I'm talking about, Cadoink? See what I'm talking about?
Oh yeah. Dude, Artanis is like, I've got this, man. This is nothing.
Dude, what a boss.
There he goes.
There we go. There's the wall off.
And that's GG. Pretty much.
I don't know. This is...
Dude, man, this cannon's gonna finish. These, yeah, they're pulling back.
They're running back.
What the heck?
That's the right decision.
Are we being stream sniped? Nope, he's going forward.
I don't know. I don't know.
He's doing the Congo line.
Dude, I don't even know anymore. Alright, so both cannons are going to be finished. There's a third one on the way.
You know what he could do?
And you know what, Cadoink? I think we're going into a second best of 3.
No, dude, he could totally win this. He could totally win this. Just pull back. Pull back. Okay. Now all he has to do is go to the third and just break down the rocks there. Dropping the FML. He's just going to go back and play it normal, dude.
Dude, he has got this. Meatspin is a baller.
Yeah, he is. There's the winky face. You know, I casted a series between Meatspin and Artanis. They were in the winners finals, and the funny thing is Artanis went Forge, Cannon, just like he did now. So, you know, it's the same build regardless of whether the 6 pull happens. You know.
Oh my God, it is. Dude, Artanis is like metagaming across the board.
Yeah, he is, man. He's like, I suspect the ever-impending 6 pull. I'm just gonna go cannon.
I think Artanis might actually be like a future seer.
Yeah, he might be, man.
Because like he's using strategies that would make sense in Heart of the Swarm.
Maybe.
Maybe.
I doubt it, because Mothership Core basically does what cannons do.
Well, no, I mean like in other games.
Oh, yeah.
Where he's been like going for wonky builds that would only make sense if he had the new units.
Perhaps.
But that's perfectly okay. We have Meatspin just building more drones. Not a whole lot of drones, but definitely more drones, and the cannon does finish up. So he does need to run away with those Zerglings.
You know what's cool about Meatspin's build?
What?
And you know, the one thing that our viewers have to realize is this is the Gold and Below tournament, so we're dealing with people who are in the Gold Leagues and lower. And so, to be honest, while a 6 pull is kind of a terrible thing right now, what does Artanis have? Artanis has 4 cannons, and just now getting his first gateway at the 5-minute 50-second mark. So
I think the big thing Artanis has is a faster expand than a Zerg player.
It is, but honestly, Meatspin could take a third safely and drone up really hard because there's no threat of an attack. And that's really cool, and I think Meatspin can actually transition into a normal game.
I think it'll be interesting. I think he definitely dropped way too many cannons.
Yeah.
He only needed like 2 at the front. And only 1 if he had dropped the gateway instead of the first cannon.
Yeah.
And the one at the back is definitely, you know, you need that, but he didn't need to drop a second one and waste resources canceling it.
Right.
We finally have the gas coming down from Meatspin, and honestly, I would disagree with this. I think just skip gas at this point, get as much econ as possible, get as many drones as possible, and then get your gas. Kind of go for something like an Ice Fisher build, which is something that nobody has mentioned in a very long time.
Oh yeah, it's been a while.
Yeah, honestly, it's what you should do in a situation like this, where when cheese fails, you should go into something where you go for pure econ, because honestly, if you go for anything that isn't pure econ, you're going to be so far behind in econ that it's just not going to matter.
Yeah, the interesting thing, even though Artanis got his base a lot earlier, they're pretty even in the income tab. If we see, they're about at 600, 700, and if Meatspin just like drones up really hard, which he's getting a second queen and he can afford to do, he should be fine. And oh, look at this, Artanis is going for the double Stargate.
And this is going to absolutely murder Meatspin into the ground.
Yeah, it is very possible. Fortunately, he did get his gas. He could go for like a Hydra if he wanted to, which I think would be very good in this situation. Hydras are pretty good defensive units because they're not that bad, they're just really slow. So defensively, they're actually pretty decent.
Well, the issue is that the Hydra would come out so late compared to the Brood War, or the Void Ray. And it looks like a Baneling Nest is currently on the way. He might be going for like a Baneling Bust, but Void Rays would probably shut that down without much of an issue. 2 Void Rays currently on the way, and he should be able to keep up almost constant Void Ray production. In fact, he can really pull probes off of one of these gas guys just to get his mineral income a little bit higher, because he doesn't need 500 minerals.
Yeah, he absolutely can. Yeah, we see a lot of Zerglings. You know what, though? The funny thing is, Meatspin might just be able to do a Baneling Bust and kill his opponent, Like, just kill him before the Void Rays even get across the map. And
I guess that's a possibility, and it's really, actually, well, he doesn't have any sentries. It is a complete possibility.
Yeah, exactly. The cannons will just absolutely get stomped to the Banelings if he builds enough of them. And then when he sees the Void Rays, he'll just go double Queen, and then probably put down an Evo Chamber, and I think he should be able to hold.
Yeah.
So we're going to have to see how this Baneling Bust goes.
Well, the issue is that he's taken such a step back from economy to do this Baneling Bust. It's 50 probes to 20 drones. He really needs to do damage.
Oh, good lord, he has no drones.
Like, literally, if he does not kill probes here, like, and I mean, kill probes, like, wipe out the natural of probes, he loses the game.
Yeah, I mean, he's basically all-inning at this point, like, as hard as he can.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's not really much else to say. We see the Banelings going in at this time. They might just... Yeah, they're going to go for the cannons. Oh, and he's kind of blocking them. One of the cannons goes down. Oh, man, he doesn't...
Another cannon will go down. And there we go. All the cannons are out. And here comes a giant horde of Zerglings. It's just a race to see how much damage they can do. Interestingly enough, they're going for the cannon at the back wall, which is something that's odd. And it looks like they're going to be sprinting up into the main base. Oh, they managed to deny all the pylons going down. They do kill the probe. They are going to kill the pylon, which is something a little bit odd to do at this stage of the game. And it's all going to be about how many probes can they kill here.
Did you see that?
It's going to be quite a few.
Artanis lifted a probe into his cybernetic, into his warp prism, which is awesome. And Meatspin is just doing an incredible amount of damage here. He's just constantly streaming in Zerglings, and like I said before, he might just be able to win the base race sort of deal.
Wow. I actually... The only thing that Artanis really has running for him, actually, he can't even take that base because it has destructible rocks there. Never mind.
Well, he can still build a Nexus, I think.
Oh, and he can kill it with his Void Rays amazing quickly because he has 6 of them. And honestly, he might, if he can build a Nexus here and like start on his economy again, he can keep the Zerg player pinned back enough with 6 Void Rays, and I think he has a Phoenix somewhere, right?
What
Phoenix?
Meatspin really needs to do now is put down an Evo Chamber and just start getting queens, which he is getting queens right now, which is very smart. But he absolutely needs an Evo Chamber like yesterday. And those Void Rays, he has how many Void Rays? A good amount. He has 6 Void Rays and a Phoenix. You can kill 4 queens with 6 Void Rays, no problem. Especially with a Phoenix.
especially with the Phoenix, because the Phoenix can deny transfuses from going out, and honestly, there's not even going to be transfuse prepared here, and transfuses are amazingly important when it comes to dealing with queens. So I think we'll see Meatspin, take out the entire base of Artanis, but Artanis just had the power to lift up, and that kind of saved his game entirely.
Absolutely. We see right now the Spore Crawler's going down. He's going to need a lot more than one. He needs like 7 or 8, to be honest, probably. He's getting the 3 queens together. The 4th queen is on its way, and he might be able to hold this base. He's pushing back the Void Rays.
Yeah, I think these Void Rays need to push in. He won't be able to fight 4 queens and a Spore Crawler. But if he can wipe out the main base and all of the tech in the main base, then it's literally just going to be a game restart almost.
Yeah, basically. What I would love to see is some more gas and a transition into Mutalisks. I think that would be...
Yeah, I think that's really the only thing he can do right now, because drops would not be especially efficient when attacking Island Citadel, whereas Mutalisks would be amazing because you just can't pack on enough Stalkers to deal with Mutas. However, Artanis is just being super annoying right now, but he's not killing anything, and he needs to be killing stuff. I think he really should have pressed in with those Void Rays and done everything he could have done to kill off queens. Because now we have an extra 2 queens on the way, and with 6 queens, Meatspin will be able to hold on to this, especially since all of his queens now have a transfuse. And if he keeps them grouped up, there's not enough Phoenixes to lift up all the queens, and that is extremely important. I think Artanis might have dropped the ball.
Yeah, I think he did. I think Meatspin is in a great position. He has 6 queens in total right now, 2 more on the way. Did I count that right? 6? No, he has 5 right now, and 2 on the way. He's getting 1 at his... No, he's not getting 1 over there. I take that back. But he's doing fine. Like you said, he has enough transfuses. If he wanted to, he could even get +1 range for his queens if he was worrying that much. And
will this charge hold? Nah, it's not. Yeah. Okay. He was like charging up on indestructible rocks, and I actually thought it might have held, but it did not. It looks like he's sniping some creep tumors that are building. Going to be killing off the queen. Is the queen going to get... Yeah, the transfuse is there. It just, and all of these Voiders are going to be slowly dying. They are all charged. The DPS is pretty incredible, but it's not enough. There's still 2 transfuses, 3 transfuses left. I actually think that one queen has 2. And that's rough. I think that might be
that's
it.
Game. I would love, right now, Meatspin really needs to take, like, all this gas. But it really just needs to take his gas so he can get his Mutalisks out as quick as possible and fly them over to Artanis' base. Artanis is just now getting his first gateway. So there's really not much hope for Artanis, to be honest. He doesn't have that many probes. In fact, we see he's sitting at only 10 to the 43 drones, so the things have changed quite a bit, and I think it was a great split decision play for Meatspin to do that giant all-in sort of deal.
I won't lie, I forgot we were watching a Golden Below Tech game. I thought there were going to be sentries.
Yeah. You can't underestimate the power of sentries. They're so good. You think that your wall is thick, you think you have enough cannons, but Banelings are just so good.
Force fields, Force fields are the thickest wall there is.
They are. They can't be destroyed by attack. You have to be massive. Banelings are not massive, and if they were, that would be crazy OP.
That would be crazy OP. Oh my god, I can't. That would be crazy OP. Now you have me thinking about massive Banelings, like the treasure Banelings from Trial of the Xel'Naga.
Those things would just be terrible.
Just rolling over force fields and blowing up, killing everything. Those things deal like what, 700 damage? That'll be ridiculous.
Yeah, dude, this is actually a pretty wild game if you think about it. 6 pull into a reasonable all-in, and Artanis was doing some good stuff. It's not like he was.
Yeah, it's not like he was throwing the game or anything. He was just,
He just didn't account for that kind of all-in. Yeah. He didn't think it was possible. And wow,
Yeah, he didn't think there was enough resources.
This base might be denied. Yeah, he is going to deny it. But we see the Spire's just about finished. He's going to be able to pop out 10 mutas. And 10 mutas should be able to kill those Void Rays, no problem. Especially if they snipe the weak one first.
Mutas just counter Void Rays pretty much. Mutas absolutely destroy Void Rays unless the Void Rays get a free charge. And they will not be able to. And, oh my god, this is so many queens. This is like the second game in a row where Meatspin has just gotten every queen.
Yeah.
Like he's gotten like the lineage of queens from England
Yeah.
to help him out.
9 of them in total on the map, a 10th one on the way.
Yep.
And 30 drones produced at once.
Oh my
Wow,
god.
I think he's going to be good.
That is insane. Yeah, I think he's going to be okay. And that's like off 4 hatches. That's not even like off 19 hatches. He's been nailing so many injects.
Well, he doesn't really have much else to do but sit and wait till he gets the meter count up.
That's good.
And, oh, look at this. There's a base on the other side of the map as well. So cool. It's not really going to do anything, but it's still cool.
It has 2 Stargates on the way, which, I mean, at this point doesn't matter. But,
yeah,
still cool.
He would need, like, Phoenixes do counter mutas, but if you have perfect micro.
You need amazing micro. Like, beyond pro level micro, like robot level micro. And it looks like Artanis is going to be calling it.
Pickles,
Falcon.
Pickles is all you can say.
Dude, Cadoink, can you back me up on this? Alright. In the first game, everybody was talking in the chat. You cannot commentate when people are talking. It's impossible. It's impossible. People don't understand that.
You just have to.
I know. Well, no, like, even if you don't want to read it, like, you read it just because that's what your brain does. And that was a crazy last game. Angry Pubs put it perfectly. I don't know how,
hey,
It's crazy because, like, if I had just gotten that game, I would have been freaking out the entire time. But I like, spent all my freak out in, like, the last few games.
So, Boisterous, I am still frapsing this. Would you like to tell my viewers where they can check you out?
Oh, they can all check me out over at youtube.com/user/boisteroussc2. Where can your viewers check you out, Cadoink?
Of course, check me out at youtube.com/user/CadoinkStudios, and I really hope you enjoyed this cast. I look forward to seeing more Gold and Below in the future.